Hey guys. Hey Africana. How are you, my friend? Africana says waiting. I think they gave up waiting. They were here early. Excuse me, guys. Hope everyone is having a good morning. It's Sunday. Excuse me. It's Sunday and it's snow day. We got a couple inches out there. It's still snowing. I think it's supposed to continue till 7, which isn't that far away, but who knows how much snow you can get in 2 hours. Sometimes a lot. So I'm debating what shoes to put on. I don't want to put on boots, man. Slows me down. It's clunky. Uh, Sometimes, if I feel like running when I'm out for a walk, I just break into a run for however long. Hey, Ellie. Shoes on and watch. I'm working on it, Ellie. On my way. So, yeah, boots pretty much lock me into just doing one specific thing, and that's trudging. Don't feel like trudging in the cold. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to put on my lighter shoes, and that means spending a little less time. Just got to be careful. I don't want to slip. Ellie says, won't be able to stay long at the moment as I'm playing Call of Duty. That's fine. Hey, sissy. I completely understand. I don't think we'll be too long anyway. You never know, though. I got stuff to do. On Kat's live stream, her title was... What was her title? I still have her up. Where the angels? The angels are everywhere and all the time. However, the angels will be specifically at 1 o'clock, as Stephanie Finn is going to come up as our guest in the live stream. Shoe number 1 is on. Yeah, she's going to be up. She is a long-time student teacher of A Course in Miracles. They have a wonderful Facebook group and a good channel too. All things Course in Miracles. She is also an angel channeler. What you all do with my Yogi? Why? Do I look like an imposter? Do I look different? So she will be, hey Nino. She'll be up at 1 o'clock. Hey Sniper, how you feeling? Bring your questions. You have questions about angels, about channeling, about getting started as a channeler, hearing that divine inspiration that can play through your life? Or specifically, do you want to know more about, I don't know, your own connection with angels? We all have one, right? I've been quoting for a long time. I absolutely love this from the Talmud. Above every blade of grass, an angel bends over, whispering, grow, grow. Kat says, I think Maddie's sick. Oh, I hope not. We're sending Maddie some prayers. I'll be on the lookout for him. Nina says, Yogi, I was waiting for you all to sing Grandma Got Over by a Reindeer. I think all I could sing would be the chorus. Maybe we'll do it this evening, Nina. We still have how many days for Christmas? 11 days until Christmas, so there's hope, Nina. There's hope. Hey, not unfaithful and hypocritical as well. Well, there you go. You summed me up in a single sentence. Hey, Anna. Anna, how are you? Christmas can be hard on a lot of people, for a lot of people. You're right about that, E.T. It can be difficult for so many people. I'm not going to debate the issue. Christmas wasn't hard for me for a very long time. Having underlying depression much of my life, certain specific things would deepen it for a length of time. Christmas being one of them, winter in general being one of them. And it says, I'm good. Thank you, Yogi. How are you this morning? I'm pretty good. I'm getting ready to go out in the snow. Not um, not so private playlist. I call it the same as you call it. Is there another word for it? Any who participate or who are so much as neutral on the subject uh, will not enter heaven. That's okay. I have no intention of entering a heaven that would make me do one thing or another. Sniper says, took my daughter to a competition today. Last of the year, she won a bronze medal yesterday at the next level already. Awesome, Sniper. Sniper always shows us how to step up as a parent, doesn't he? So, come on by today, 1 o'clock. One more shoe. One more shoe to put on. Let's get this done and over with. What I love about social media is everyone is free to shout out their opinions. And there's probably an audience for every single person, right? I'm going to start a YouTube channel shouting about stuff. Remember the Simpsons headline about the grandfather? Old man angrily shakes his fist at clouds. That's going to be me. Just a Yogi angrily shaking his fist at clouds. My new channel is going to be just me complaining about stuff. I'm going to find stuff that no one else complains about. Give me a subject, guys. Throw something out there. I'll complain about it. Whatever you want. Clouds, snow. People complaining about clouds and snow. Complaining about complaining. I got it. I got you covered, man. I'm going to be your all-purpose complaint channel. Every morning, you'll bring me something, and I'll just sit here and I'll complain about it to your heart's content. Sissy says they only came to attack with slander and defamation, Yogi. Maybe. Some people, when you consider it, a little bit of attention might be the only form of love they believe that they are receiving. Which is pretty sad. Not, I don't mean sad and like, this person is sad, is that person sad? It's just sad that we come to a point in our lives when we've put up so many walls, we believed in so many illusions, we're so deeply entrenched in the dream that the only way we feel that we can reach out is through seeking that type of attention, And who knows what little glimmer of light will find people. Sissy says, Yogi's rage room, except everyone shakes spoons and pens. You know it. I'm sorry I came to this, Sissy. I didn't want to do it. It's early in the morning. I'm not even properly warmed up. I need to do some wrist movements, get my fingers nice and loose. Yes, this is how I do it every morning before I wag a pen. Flora, my friend, how are you? I like the name of that, Yogi's Rage Room. Man, I'm going to sit here through the day and work up a fair amount of rage for this evening's live stream. It takes me a bit. I'm 60 years old. You would think rage would come easier. Everything that, at a certain age we've seen and done. But I've been counterintuitive. I've reduced my rage, sad to say. Meditation, yoga, breath work, practicing forgiveness. My rage has been reduced to a barely discernible Whisper. I'll get better. There's always something. Linseed oil that rage spoon. Good. I got to do the spoon. Wouldn't it be all slippery? It's nice to see you, Flora. So, special function. That's what I wrote about this morning. I went to bed thinking about special function. I have been thinking about special functions for a couple weeks now. A while back, I had the great loving sage Vicky Poppy come up. And after we talked, she sent me a message and said, thank you for finally accepting the task the Holy Spirit assigned to you. That brought me to tears, literal tears, because it's as if every cell in my body, every molecule, every particle said yes. Like, it was almost like a sigh. Oh, well, that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing, but I could only see portions. Robert Perry calls it snapshots. I could only see snapshots of where I was and how it was leading up to something. But now those snapshots make sense. And here's the thing. Hey, Sarah. It only makes sense in retrospect, as well as for the things I didn't want to happen, or I didn't think want to happen, but they had to happen. Hey, Zed. Have a wonderful day too, my friend. So, had not some bumps in the road happen, had not new people came in, new people left, my channel pivoted, had not there been a little bit of sadness, a lot of sadness actually, I wouldn't have kept pivoting and making these little tiny, what seemed like decisions, but in truth, I was listening to something. I was listening to that whisper. I was listening to my heart without me even knowing it. And here I am. And it's like I had said a big yes. Anyway, let me read what I wrote this morning. And then you guys let me know. What do you think your special function is? Can you see snapshots of it? And can you see how these snapshots are starting to make sense? It's still unfolding, or perhaps being revealed is more apt to say. This is my own special function, what A Course in Miracles describes as one's particular function for the salvation of the world. This sounds like a very, very heady title, and of course salvation is indeed a very large task. But my own role isn't so overwhelming, not really. None of us are given a function that is too large for us to perform. We are only asked to heal each other. We're asked to forgive and perform the miracle of extending love through every difficult encounter. We're also given something very specific for us to do, a role uniquely ours, turning a very special talent into a tool for performing miracles. What I'm doing now, creating content on a small YouTube channel, bringing voices together for their own special function to be heard, this is it for me. Or at least this portion of the plan that's been revealed. At age 60, with a long career of stumbling through life, this feels right. Perfect even. As if I finally said yes to a question long asked. Feel like I finally said yes. Does this mean that it's done, that it's not unfolding? I don't think so. I think it means what it means right now. This is where I find myself. And the more you accept and accept and accept, we could say acceptance and surrender might be two of the same things. I accept the task that I'm asked to perform now. Here I am. The great, one of the short prayers offered, it's been edited in the main edition of A Course in Miracles, but it's found in many other versions. I got this from reading Robert Perry. I am here, Lord. This was a prayer given to William Thetford, co-scribe of the Course. That's what I feel like acceptance is. It's where I feel I am right now, where I'm literally saying, Holy Spirit, to God, I am here. I am here, Lord. Wherever here is for you. If you don't, some people are not religious. Quite a few people. Some people don't like the term God or the term Holy Spirit or Jesus. Remember, these are just terms of symbols. And the Course says words, concepts, see the symbols of symbols twice removed. This is why the Tao Te Ching begins with the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao, or in Zen they say, when you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. Because the Buddha on the road is a representation of the Buddha. What we're asked to do, Wayne Dyer used to say, don't be a Buddhist, be Buddha. Don't be a Christian, be Christ. So whatever symbol works for you. It could be nature. It could be consciousness. It could be the universe, the Tao, the way. Krishna consciousness, Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness. It doesn't matter the symbol that you use. The more you open to it, the more that will be revealed. Trust me. Hey, Ahmed, how are you? When I say trust me, not because I am someone to be trusted. I'm not. I mean, look at it. Shifty eyes. I got that malfarious look. I'm wagging a pen at you. This is not a man to be trusted. Not in spiritual matters. However, trust me through my own demonstration of stumbling through life. Falling down, making mistakes, getting up, dusting myself off, and saying, I am here, Lord. I am here. I did a pretty poor job of listening, but I'm ready to try again. I did a pretty poor job of forgiving, but I'm ready to try again. I did a pretty poor job of name something. Name anything. And I've done a pretty poor job at it. Some less poor than others. But I am here, Lord. I'm still showing up. Sorry. I had to reach down and say hi to my cat for only the 117th time this morning. And it says, good morning to Zed. Thank you. Wishing you and everyone a 142. Hey, history. Bro, do you have a book about Kurd and Salada Uriya? I'm actually writing one right now as we speak. In my mind, I'm taking inner dictation. I'm putting, coming in the final chapter. I will let you know when it's published. I'm busily doing research on what the heck it actually is. But that doesn't stop me from writing about it. As everyone knows, man, I can write or talk about any subject given to me. I don't, facts. Who needs facts? Facts get in the way of me telling a good story. So any facts and information that you give me, I'm more than happy to take in and twist them to my own specific needs. Let me know. Hey, Cash. Buy Bitcoin. I am pumping it. Man, I got Bitcoins. I got a big jar. I've been collecting Bitcoins for years. A little bit here, a little bit there. I kept thinking I might need them to put in Bitcoin parking meters. But since I don't have a car, I don't have to worry about it. Believe God without rules. I like that. Thank you, Sarah. Religion of the practice, you can believe without any rules. I agree. Sissy says, storytelling to continuously contribute to the positive feedback loop, raise the frequency, and hold it for a substantial period of time. Where did that go? I want to get back to that. That's my primary mission. I love it. Here's what we can do. When you do, it feels like stumbling. Like I've stumbled upon my special function, but in actuality, it was all part of the plan. The Course says the script is written. Our friend James K. Anderson, who talked with us on Friday, had a wonderful point. The script is written, but there are infinite scripts because everything's happening at once. Better yet, everything has happened at once. All this is already over. We are reliving past scripts at this moment. But because it's all holographic, it appears as if this one specific thing is happening now to a particular us that doesn't even really exist. So, you don't like the script? Through the practice of forgiveness, and this is the quantum style of forgiveness, this is a forgiveness in which we recognize nothing has happened between two imaginary dream characters, that ultimately we are all safe in what the Course says heaven, but we could call it nirvana. We could say that we are safely tucked away in a corner of the Tao. We could say that we are enveloped by the universe itself, dreaming that we are separate entities navigating through the infinite. We could say whatever we want to say, as I often do. But the script is written, but we get to rewrite the script every moment that we forgive. I feel like I've been rewriting the script recently. So, if you're so fortunate that you have seemingly stumbled upon your mission, your special function, can we help each other? Because part of your special function is my special function. Hey, Lego. How do you keep the faith? What speaks to you enough that your faith is strengthened? That's a good question, Lego. I don't worry about keeping the faith because that just creates stress. If my faith wavers, it wavers. If my faith wavers and I find myself on a hill right before the break of dawn, angrily shaking my fist at God and saying, "Why me?" That's not a lack of faith at all. Because who am I addressing? Faith is not the absence of questioning God. Faith is that conversation with God. That when I'm on my knees and when I feel alone, and yet I find myself raising my eyes and looking to the heavens and saying, using that Bill Thetford prayer again, "Lord, I am here," or "Lord, where are you? I'm here, where are you?" I'm displaying the faith of the conversation itself. Everything is a display of faith, even our doubt. Hey, Miss Flipper. Sorry I missed your question earlier. Sarah says the kitty wants some loving. She did. Now she just wants to be left alone. Cats. Cats are so fickle. Or food, or all of the above, Sarah. Cece says this was a year to practice more kindness and patience for oneself as I shared this story entirely. Since New Year's is an illusion, there is no deadline, destination unknown. We thrive with stride. Destination unknown. Remember Missing Persons from the early MTV days? Sarah says, everything absolutely happened at once. That works with science and religion. To start with all one point. Thank you, Sarah. Definitely works with quantum physics, doesn't it? Questioning and strengthening the faith. Absolutely. Look at that. I'm all caught up in the chat. But I don't have my watch on yet because Ellie is playing, what was she playing? Fortnite? Call of Duty? Something like that. So, Sissy, if I can help you in your special function in any way, part of my special function is helping someone with their special function. Assam, how are you? Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is the forgiving, the most merciful. That is from the Quran. Thank you, Assam. Thank you for that. Hey, Mo. Mo said hi. How's it going, man? It's going pretty good. I wanted to bring up Sarah's channel. Sarah, I was going to give your channel a shout out, but let me give you a shout out. Sarah, thank you so much for coming in and joining the conversation. I really appreciate it. Sarah says, quantum physics is as fickle as a cat. Keep an eye on them or they'll disappear to mischief. Nicely said. Sissy says, no link, she's going live again. Awesome. Miss Flipper says, roots to Sissy. Sarah says, I ain't got nothing to share. Thank you, though. You're sharing a whole lot here, and I appreciate that. Hey, Carl. Carl says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, my friend. So, speaking of special functions, speaking of holographic and synchronistic events, I was blessed, given an opportunity to be part of a loving legacy of someone who was no longer on the earthly plane physically, but of course spiritually always present, to extend some love. I was just I was the link, I was a bridge, the conduit. I was hesitant to try to pronounce that word. I wasn't sure how it was going to work for me, but it describes it perfectly. Someone asked me if I would be so kind as to help be part and continue a legacy from a very kind and loving soul. His name was Doc. He has passed away. His loved one is still here, and she had asked me if I could participate. The lesson that I've been given from reaching out to people to see if they want to come up and talk on my channel is this huge enthusiastic yes that they've been given. I can't say I'm always open to that big yes, not to everything. But for this, to help be part of such a loving act, it was an absolute yes. So, I just want to give a little shout out to Doc. His presence is here. His presence is here in this channel. His loved one isn't, but Doc is present because I was allowed to be part of that. You got it, Sissy. Miss Flipper. Miss Flipper says bell for Doc, please. Thank you, Miss Flipper. Hey, Carl, I reached back out to you last night. Hey, Tiger King. What is my political ideology? Anger. I'm all about anger. We've been talking about, that's the theme for the day. I'm angry at everyone. I'm angry at Republicans. I'm angry at Democrats. I'm angry at people who vote. I'm angry at people who don't vote. I'm angry at polluters. I'm angry at people who don't pollute. I'm angry at Woodsy the Owl for telling me not to pollute. There you go. I've summed it up. And more truthful, I'd like to paraphrase the Dalai Lama when he says that his religion is kindness, and say that my politics are kindness. Tiger King says, why don't you do 1 minute silence for Doc Eric? It's a good idea. We will do that sometime. We'll end it with just the ringing of the bell right now, Tiger King, but I appreciate that suggestion a lot. Pick a lane? I'm angry at people who told me to pick a lane as I stay in my own lane. I'm angry at my lane. I'm angry at lanes in general. I'm also angry at alleys, not just lanes, but alleys, loops. What else? Highways, bypasses, bridges. What's your view on lack of hair on your head? It's actually very clear because hair doesn't get in my way from that clear seeing. I'm very insightful nowadays. Miss Wu says, my lesson today was paraphrased, forget about the anger and fear. I like it. Hey, Wassa. You were told the answer. What was the answer? I don't remember the question. Sister says, thank you for keeping the legacy alive, Yogi. Remember, I was just a small part of it that was given an opportunity. Nothing but the bridge. Sarah says, we can all try our best. We're all human. None of us are perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah says, how much money has the world taxed their own citizens without asking? Then how much money is being laundered through government deals and brown envelope meetings? Nina says, Yogi, why does God allow suffering? It's a good question. We have some great people to help answer that too. We have Miss Flipper and we have Cat and Jack. This is something that I think everyone has asked. Hey, Paul, the fitness touch is here. I am well. Happy holidays, my friend. Merry Christmas. So, Nino, this is only from the perspective offered by Course in Miracles, but it also contains insights from yoga as well as Buddhism. God does not allow suffering. That's a big statement to make, because you look around the world, you could look right outside your window and you'll see no small amount of suffering. That was the big insight of Buddha. The moment he awakened, the moment his eyes opened from deep meditation, he touched the earth to bear witness, and he declared his Four Noble Truth. Life is suffering. He actually said in Pali, the original language of the Buddha, dukkha. Dukkha means life is unsatisfying. It's fleeting. It's full of the things that we don't want and full of the things that we want but can't have or hold on to. And he says we suffer because we are seeking to hold on to that which can't be grasped, or we are seeking to push away that which is present. We are never happy within the moment. We don't even realize the moment. Life is full of suffering. Why does God allow this? God doesn't allow it. We do. We are the ones that allow it. If we were given with the infinite creative abilities of co-creating abilities of God, and yet we use it for the insane profit of one at the expense of others, why would we blame God? Why would we blame God for the mess that we've gotten ourselves into? God has given us acres and acres and acres of land, fertile. in which we could produce enough crops to feed every single starving person in the world. We have the industry, the tools, and so what I'm looking for, the stuff. It's not a poetic term, but it's the only one I can think of. To make homes for everyone who needs a home. But the question we ask ourselves, that God never asks, the question that we ask ourselves, believing that we are egos, is what's in it for me? If I make a home for the homeless, they're not going to pay for it. I don't make a profit. This isn't an anti-capitalist rant, by the way. This is exploring metaphysical principles. We have the tools that everyone could have a life of meaning, of warmth, of comfort. Everyone can go to bed with their bellies full. I don't recommend it. You should wait at least an hour before eating. After eating, before going to bed. It's better for you. God did not create a world of suffering. We have, and we continue it. And we continue it because we keep choosing. We don't even realize we have a choice. We keep choosing the ego as our main thought system. Because there's two voices. One of them's a cat. Let's say there's three voices. One of them's a cat. We have the Holy Spirit. Let's start with the ego. We have the ego, which always speaks first, always speaks loudest. And then we have the quiet voice of the Holy Spirit, or the heart, or the infinite mind, the quiet voice of the Tao, that always whispers love. Love. The answer to everything, because that's truly all there is. Thank you to his cat. Been Eric live a few days, so please start being nice to me. She's a nice, Tiger King. As Cat says, I have no issues with you, Tiger. I'm happy you came up. I'm happy you're here. I love you. I don't always answer chat because I'm generally not paying attention to chat. That includes me, by the way, Tiger King. I've had extended personal conversations with Cat when she looks up and she goes, "Oh, you're still here. Shoot, I thought I hung up." It's almost entirely a little bit possibly true. Hey, Mr. Something Else. Nina says, what about the Bible says about the exclusivity of Jesus for salvation? Does it say that in the Bible, though? Does Jesus say personally, hey, me, Jesus? Or does he say Christ? And which interpretation of the Bible are we talking about? Remember how much has been left out of the Bible? Which is just, if not more important than the actual Bible that we hold in place now? And why was it left out? These are important questions to bring the Squirrel Sniper on a Wednesday night. Miss Ripper says, hey Tiger, I watched the video with you and your wife. Hey Todd. And the only reason we believe particular aspects of Christianity is because we were told from a young age, or we were told by someone that we've put in a place of authority to give us instructions. And so we believe it. And then we judge other people for believing differently, even though they were given something. Come to the perennial wisdom on your own. Give me a second, guys. Let's bring up A Course in Miracles very quickly. What time do we got? I got snow waiting for me, guys. Ugh. I got to prove to the ACIM that I am not a robot by automatically responding. I absolutely love this. So, Nino, what if we did this? This is what the Course in Miracles says. Simply do this. Be still and lay aside all thoughts of what you and what God is. All concepts you have learned about the world, all images you hold about yourself. Empty your mind of everything it thinks is either true or false, or good or bad, of every thought it judges worthy, and all the ideas of which it is ashamed. Hold on to nothing. Do not bring with you one thought the past has taught you, nor one belief you have ever learned before from anything. Forget this world, forget this course, and come wholly with empty hands unto your God. This is summed up by the prayer that we've been talking about all morning. I am here, Lord. But you got to show up with empty hands. You got to show up with empty hearts. Otherwise, as that Zen story of the master and the teacup, the man who came to a Zen master so full of his ideas about Zen that he couldn't hear anything the master said. And it was demonstrated when the master said, would you like a cup of tea? And the man said, sure. And the master kept pouring tea until the cup overflowed and it went all down the guy's arms. The man got very upset and says, you're full. Can't you see my cup is full? The Zen master smiled and said, yes. And much like the cup, you're so full of your ideas, your concepts about Zen, about God, about life. You don't have room for anything else except for our own very ideas that aren't even ours. We've read them in a book. We were told by a priest, a minister, a reverend, our parents, teachers. They're not ours. And yet we would literally defend them to the death. Hopefully, we say, it'll be the death of someone else. But if that's not the case, we will defend them at the death of ourselves as well. For what? For an idea that we didn't even come upon by our own. We read it in a book. I love the fact that the Course doesn't even take itself so seriously and says, forget this course. Simply do this. Be still. It's a great psalm. Be still and know that I am. They ask us to lay aside all concepts. Empty your mind of everything it thinks is either true or false, good or bad, of every thought it judges worthy, and all the ideas of which it is ashamed. Hold on to nothing. Do not bring with you one thought the past has taught, nor one belief you have learned before from anything. Forget this world, forget this course, and come with wholly empty hands unto God. I am here, Lord. I am here, Lord. I am here. What if we did that? Where would we be? All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up in a minute. Hey, Gray Man. Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry. Look me up on Facebook if you want. I didn't even know you could get monetized on Facebook. Nina says, was Abraham asked to commit a barbaric act when God asked him to do the sacrifice? Do you think he was listening to God, or do you think he was listening to his ego? Do you think a God of unconditional, infinite love would ever ask a sacrifice from anyone, let alone the sacrifice of a loved one? Who was Abraham listening to? And are we reading metaphors correctly? Are we reading metaphors as fact? Rayman said, a lot of mods. Yep, they keep multiplying. Hey, Miss Flipper, we have Lloyd's partner coming up today, Stephanie Finn, and we're going to talk Course, we're going to talk angels, we're going to talk channeling, we're going to talk channeling angels. Hey, Long John, the mods are pollinating. Yes, they are. Hey, Adam. Adam says child sacrificing was, where did that go? Was very popular in time of Abraham. In fact, Ghana is a place where they threw the sacrificed children. It is nasty. Anna, I am grateful and thankful that you are here and alive and that you're hanging out with us, my friend. Hey, Lee. Good morning, my friend. It's football day, says Lee. You excited, Tiger King? Sorry I missed anyone who came in that I didn't see. So, is it safe to put my hands down? No. I would not put my hands down in here, guys. Not unless you got a bottle of some type of antibacterial ointment. Place is dirty. It's nasty. Don't put your hands down here. Someone probably put gum under the seat. Got to be careful. This is like a bus going through some kind of major city. Tiger King says, what you skip my message for, Eric? I just read your message. What you skip my message for? I read it twice. Hey, do I get extra credit for reading it twice, Tiger King? If I miss one, but I read the one that I catch 2 times, that should make up for it. Now we're even. If I read it one more time, you actually owe me. It means that you have to repeat a statement of mine. Right? What's it says? Acting like rabbits? Oh, man. Not here. Not in front of me. Guys, I'm still young and innocent. Adam says, a quote from Jesus, you call your father Abraham. I say you have one father and he is in heaven. I saw that, Tiger King. Yep, 2 students who are dead and 9 others who are injured after a shooting. You know what? I will ring the bell. I always feel a little bad ringing the bell at tragedies. Not that they are undeserving, but because one's been reported and others that go about without any notice. So instead of just one, this is for all the senseless violence that has occurred within the last 24 hours. And hope and prayers for the next 24 hours. 3 times. Thank you, Tiger King. So, I never purposely try to miss anyone's comment. Doesn't mean that I always read everyone. I might see a comment that, someone leaves that doesn't merit on scanning, reading aloud. Nothing anyone, like our friends or regular people. But the comments jump a lot. And, hey, Lizard Scream, how are you? I'm not a great live streamer, so I miss a lot of comments. Like it just jumped now. So I have no idea where we are in this conversation. But I do see our friend Terry says peace, love, harmony. And thank you for that, Terry. Thank you so much. Adam says, go Buccaneers. Go Tennessee Titans for our friend. Breaks my heart a little bit because I love our friend Joe, who's a San Francisco fan. San Francisco, what? San Francisco. I don't even know what their football team is called other than San Francisco something or another. It should be the San Francisco Hippies. The San Francisco Starships, Airplane, San Francisco Airplane, the San Francisco Grateful Dead. Thank you, Mark. Miss Pippa says, now I've read TK. I enjoyed video very much. And Wag's super happy you and your wife visited. Me too. Does Kay Renee still come here, Yogi? She does. She doesn't pop in to say hi that often. But she has let me know that she very often puts it up in the background at work. So she likes listening, Lee. Grayman says prayers. Thank you, Grayman. Sissy says prayers up. Thank you, Miss Flipper, too. Longden says not only, just to keep you up to date, talking to a malpractice lawyer, dentist even sent me to a different dentist to try to cover it up. Hopefully malpractice on both of them. Not only did he knock my front tooth loose, which is gone, oh, sorry, but he also hit the 2 other teeth next to it. X-ray shows I may lose them as well. Just keeps getting worse. You and I talked about this before, and the great shame, all he had to do was fix it. Things happen. This is why dentist offices are insured. Use the insurance that you have. If you break something, fix it. So I hope the malpractice suit goes through. I hope everything gets fixed. I hope that you are compensated not just for the loss, but for the pain that you have endured, for the trouble that you've gone through, because it was all unnecessary, Long John. I'm so sorry for that. I was about to read, I can read the comments, that's why my typing chucks, but I like that. Yeah, everything shifts around for me, Mark. Samantha says, are you from the East Coast or West Coast? I'm from the East Coast. I'm in the state of Maryland. Buccaneers is a Tennessee college football team. I was actually born in Pennsylvania, though. Samantha is from, I'm sorry, I'm reading Samantha, and I'm saying it wrong. I apologize, my friend. Samratha, did I get that right? It's from Delhi, India. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Grandma says, don't worry, it happens to other lives. Thank you, Rayman. I appreciate that. Oh, 49ers. I should have known that. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Miss Flipper. But don't you think the San Francisco hippies would have been better? So many great sounds came out of San Francisco during the 1960s. Samantha says, California love. Thank you, my friend. The Jeffersons. The San Francisco Jeffersons. I like that. The problem occurred when the Jefferson Airplane. I think they very nicely shifted into Jefferson Starship. I like Jefferson Starship. They had some fantastic songs. When they added Mickey Thomas to the mix, what a beautiful voice. He still has a beautiful voice. And his harmonies with Grace Slick were, man, top notch. But when they dropped to Jefferson, when they became Starship, when they built the city on rock and roll, Man, seriously, San Francisco should hang their head. A little bit of shame. That song was written by Bernie Taupin, who was Elton John's longtime songwriting partner, who gave us beautiful, beautiful, beautiful songs. Madman Across the Water, Levon. But man, he hit a clunker with that one, as well as with Crocodile Rock. You look like Dick Moby. I think it's just Moby. I think it's just Moby. Sampa says, Sam, it's his favorite book too. It is. Sissy says, Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Is it really? Do you think they give away Rice-A-Roni at Halloween? Do you think like kids show up at doors dressed as all kinds of hippie costumes? Some kid is dressed up as Mickey Thomas, Grace Slick, Marty Ballin, Jorma, great guitar player by the way. Saw him in concert with Hot Tuna. And you think they get like a bag full of Rice-A-Roni and they're like, oh man, again? I wanted a Snickers and all I got was Rice-A-Roni. Do you think that really happens? Hey Nature, Nature says hi. Mark says, okay, wait, we need two Marks, Kiwi Mark and Mark. Which one do you want to be? Which Mark do you want to be? Lizard says, I've lurked and liked several videos, but haven't felt like saying hello. That's fine, my friend. I appreciate you popping in today. Gamer says, good night, stayed up too late. Prayers and good day. Good day to you, my friend. Prayers as well. Lizard says, live as well. Well, I appreciate you saying hi. Sissy says, we all have our stealth moments. I might be too clunky to have a stealth moment. I would, man, I'd be a perfect ninja until I tripped. Right at the end, when I was about to leap. When I pull out my sword and cut my finger. Happy Sunday to you too, my friend. Tiger King says, Lee, you said come up, read today. So I have a guest at 1 o'clock. Simp says that's Wizard of Oz. We use it in so much forms of indoctrination. Adam says, I love Crocodile Rock when I was 5. Me too, when I was 5. Maybe even in my early teens. I thought it was a great rock song. It was not a great rock song. Lord says, you ever tried a hairpiece? I have. I just kept putting it in wrong places. Have it on a shoulder, wear it on my elbow, sometimes on one butt cheek, sometimes on a knee. Just never made sense to me. Yes, the tripping ninjas. Adam says, by the way, Yogi, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, gotcha. Isn't there a college team, the Buccaneers? And I've been rooting for him ever since. They've really sucked, and everyone, like the Cowboys or the Steelers or some other winner, New York team. I was never a Cowboy fan. However, I did like the Steelers, having been born in Pennsylvania, having a grandfather that worked in the mills, and several uncles that worked in the mills as well. All right, guys, I got to head out in just a minute. Mr. Something Else says, Ted Nugent destroyed Stadium Rock, him and Kiss. I'm not so sure about Stadium Rock as a thing. You know what I mean? I prefer the more intimate. Like, Grand Funk Railroad, never Stadium Rock. They never really resonated with me. I was a member of the Kiss Army, though, when I was 11 years old. I had the belt buckle. I had the t-shirt. My parents, my classical music-loving mom, who played the clarinet. It's clarinet. What is someone who plays the clarinet called? A flutist, someone who plays the flute, is a flautist, right? Clarinetist. Was my mom a clarinetist? However, she loved classical music. My dad loved old-time country, the country music he grew up on. Gotta had a twang to it. My classical loving mom bought me Kiss Alive and Kiss Alive 2, which I loved as a kid, and now I realize what a great sacrifice she made, putting aside her own musical ideals to buy me something that to her probably sounded horrible to the ears. Long just says, dog, yep, a dentist indeed broke the root of my... Man, I cringe just thinking about that, Long John. My front tooth, and X-ray shows he did some serious internal damage to my front teeth and unnecessarily shaved the bottom crown down to the metal. Man, what was he thinking? Saw you down, Tiger King. Terry says, thank you, Yogi. See you later today. Hey, Terry, if you think about it, reach out to me on Facebook. Speaking of today, guys, we have Stephanie Finn going to talk about angels. Long just says, doggy hit me really hard with a drill. I stuck my teeth loose and damaged others. Miss Flipper's laughing at the Kiss Army. Hey, man, as AC/DC said, for those about to rock, we salute you. Adam says, Solieslon, that's probably worse than any I've ever dealt with. How was a dental tag? I made crowns. Terry said a nerd. I was called a nerd when I played the clarinet. I imagine so. It's not the... They had some great jazz clarinetists. They had some great jazz nerds. I think the only reason they called you a nerd because they didn't know what else to say. Lee says, Eric is said come up tonight. Please say. It's completely up to Lee. Was that insult necessary, my friend? Thank goodness I'm not from the butt rock AC/DC generation. I don't know if I can live with that. That hurt. Man, that hurt. That's my generation, man. You know what, though? My generation. I'm Generation X. First wave. First wave Generation X. We brought you MTV, man. Actually, the music that we produced, Generation X, was really in the 90s. A little bit in the 80s. But we brought you grunge. You're welcome. But the music I grew up on, late 60s through the 70s, there was a lot of bad stuff, guys. A lot of good stuff, too. I'm not a huge AC/DC fan. You know, a song in the right mood comes on the radio. I might listen to it. I haven't listened to Kiss. I thought about singing Beth or Hard Luck Woman. I haven't listened to Kiss and, like, seriously listened to Kiss since I was 11. I quickly outgrew that phase. I outgrew corporate rock, Foreigner, even Boston. A few things stand out from that time. ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. But hey, also, my teen years, MTV. I was there for the launch. All right, guys, I have to... Hey, Soul. What will I get if I hit the thumbs up? Probably a sore thumb. Be careful. Make sure your thumb is warmed up. Do your mobility exercises. Approach it gently, gingerly. Be very kind, if you so choose. My cat will meow at you if you don't press it. My cat will meow at you if you do press it. Sissy says she'll be a hard luck woman, baby, till she finds her man. Mr. Something Else says, Pixies, Violent Femmes, love the Violent Femmes. AC/DC and Maiden were my gateway drug into uh, Zepp. Marley and the Beatles held the key, and you had to kiss Robert Johnson's ring to gain entry and own a Walkman. Beatles are the soundtrack of my life. I never saw any of the Gremlins. I did. I might have seen it in the movie. I don't know why I blocked it out. It was the 80s. I have listened to Sly and the Family Stone. They want to take me higher. They want to thank me for just letting me be myself again. They want to boom chakalaka, boom chakalaka, boom chakalaka with me. Something I never thought I would actually say on a live stream. All right, Krishna Tom. Longo says Violent Femmes. Add it up. Like a blister in the sun. And every artist is now pulled through a robot mic. Are they still artists? Sissy says Mr. Something is hilarious. He is hilarious. Every morning, a moonshine sunrise. Sissy says, Hare Krishna. Hi, Raman. How are you, my friend? We are wrapping things up. I'm actually late. I'm over an hour, which is unusual for my 5 a.m. But I just haven't wanted to get out in the snow. So, guys, come on by, hang out with Stephanie and I this afternoon. If you have questions about angels, come on by. Flora says, have a blessed day, everyone, and see you, my friend Yogi. Bye, Flora, my friend. Agape Omni, love to all and to you as well. It has been fun. Thank you, Raman. Bring your questions, guys. Tom, thanks for coming in. Love you guys. Kiss off, Yogi. I'm on my way. All right. Did Estot come in? Hey, Estot, I'm sorry that I missed you. Be a good snow bunny. Maybe I'll make a snow angel. I will not make a snow angel. I would be cold for the rest of the day. All right. See you guys.